Hip hop from the ghetto. Mo City Menace.
Yo,
Money making mo.
what's going on, man?
What's up, my guy?
What's up, man? You doing all right?
Hey, blessed by the best.
Blessed by the best. You could say less.
Absolutely.
Nah, man, that's what's up, bro. But hey, man, where did you start, bro? Like, where are you officially from, bro?
Right here, St. Petersburg, Florida. Born and raised.
So you from St. Pete?
From St. Pete.
You had aspirations of being like some world class fighter or what?
I had aspirations of doing a lot of things, you know what I mean? But boxing was never really a part of my thought process. Really, honestly, I wanted to I like cars.
Yeah.
I wanted to just collect cars and, you know what I mean, just have a lot of nice cars. The boxing thing came along because of Winky. You know what I mean?
Wiki right.
Yeah, he hung out with my uncle, and
He from St. Pete too?
nah, he from DC. He moved to St. Pete when he was 16.
Yeah.
So my uncle and his little crew was the first people that Winky met when he came down. They all went to school together. So how I got into it is because seeing Winky running and going to the gym and stuff. I went grocery shopping with my mom. I didn't want to go in the store, and there was a little boxing gym in the plaza. So I was like, look, I want to go check this out while you shop. And she took me over, asked the coaches, can I sit in there till she was done? It was like, yeah. And that's how really everything started. But it's a blessing that I have made it to where I made it to, because I didn't look to make it.
Okay, well, or start from that point though. You wasn't really in officially a part of a boxing circumstance. You just were sitting there while they shot. So
right.
Did you keep going back there or what?
Yeah. So they put me in the ring the first day. I got my ass handed to me. But the coaches, they liked that when I got up, I kept getting knocked down. I kept getting up, coming, charging at the guy. And they told my mom when she came, they was like, listen, bring him back. You don't have to pay for nothing. Just keep bringing him. So I just kept going and kept going. Yeah, it was free.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
So you go in there every day. You know what I'm saying? And then how does it morph into the next phase?
So I ended up being with this coach. My first coach name was his name was Bo Arnold Hill. You know, he worked for the city of St. Pete, and he was the first one to really start teaching me like little basic stuff. And then my last and final coach is a guy named Joe Ponce. He learned up under Dan Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
So that's how that connection started. I first went to the gym when I was 6, and I started taking it serious when I was about like 8 or 9. You know what I mean? So.
So you say that was your last coach. So why was it end up being your last coach?
Because it's just like everything meshed together. You know what I mean? It was just like it was a good fit. And not to say that Bo wasn't. It was just I ended up leaving that gym because it was far away from my house. So I connected with this other gym, which is St. Pete Boxing Club, and I've been there ever since.
So you currently are a fighter. So how did you get into the driver's seat of the vehicle that you're driving right now?
To be honest, so I was holding pads. I was in Vegas holding pads, just messing around. And Floyd Mayweather Sr. saw me. And he was like, man, how old are you? And I was
you
like,
just woke up in Vegas? How the fuck did that happen?
So, it's so I gotta back up. I gotta back up.
Yeah. Because I thought you went to sleep in
Nah.
Florida. Nah. They say he woke up and it was Vegas.
So, okay. from fighting in a lot of tournaments. So me and Victor Ortiz met at man, I wish I could add him in here. Me and Victor Ortiz met at we were at Colorado Springs at the Olympic Village. We went out there for training, and we always kept in touch. At the time, he was nobody, I was nobody. It was just like, man, he was goofy, I was goofy. You know what I mean? So he was like, hey, you know, I'm going out to Vegas. My coach and my sponsor, they'll pay for everything if you want to come out. So I'm like, yeah, bet. And this, I was probably, I was like 16, 17. Like 16, 17. So they fly me out. I go out there and I run into, we go to Floyd's gym and I'm holding pads. And Floyd Sr. walks in. So he see me holding pads, working with somebody. I forget, I don't even know who that was, but he was like, hey, who is this kid? So everybody tell him, oh, he's from Florida. He's from down there with Winky Wright and this and that. So he was like, how long you been training? I say, what, training people? He's like, yeah. I say, I don't train nobody. I'm still actively amateur fighting. So he was like, I think you're better off being a trainer. So I'm like, man, fuck that shit. I don't think I have the knowledge of none of that. So I left that alone. It just blew over my head. I get back home, and word got out that Floyd said I'm a good trainer and this and that. So nobody at home see me hold pads. Nobody at my gym saw me hold pads. I used to hold pads like in the park outside of the gym, just with my friends and stuff, teaching them stuff. So they was like, okay, put these pads on. We want to see what you got. So I started holding the pads for this heavyweight we got named Linroy. And I mean, I was holding the motherfuckers. So it was like, damn. Well, Dan, you know, when you get old, this gonna be your predecessor. You know what I mean? So he was like, okay. Well, he started grooming me. Him, my coach, Joe Punch, and a guy named Jimmy Williams. He started Antonio Tarver. They all just dove on me. You know what I mean? They saw the potential, and they all just started showing me stuff, and that's how it all just started.
So you hold the pads over there. People think, okay, that kid might know what he's doing or not, whatnot. You take it seriously at that point or what?
Nope. Man, I was too busy. I was young, man. I was in my teens, you know what I mean? 17 years old, 16, 17 years old. I wasn't taking that shit serious. And then, like, you know, I got school and I was just being a teenager.
You had other ideas of what you were going to do in life.
Yeah, like boxing was just a hobby. It really wasn't like a way of life for me like that because I wasn't really taking it serious. And then you get Victor Ortiz. He hit me up all the time like, hey, man, what you going to do, this and that. You going to come out. Like, he kept that line of connection just so, you know, he kept pushing me to do stuff, you know what I mean? But I didn't, that just wasn't in my eyesight, you know? So, but this is when I really start taking it serious. It's a fighter by the name of Donnell Boone. So he is the trickiest. He at the time when he was in St. Pete, he was the trickiest guy to hold pads for.
Why?
So his style is just, this guy got some crazy feints. It's the way he know how to move his body with his punching. He know how to lie to you, make you think that he's throwing a left hook and come up with a jab or something. It's weird. It's weird. So I come in the gym, he's there, and it was like, Keon, we got a test for you. So I'm like, what's the test? It's like, if you can hold pads for him, you can hold pads for anybody. So when I put my pads on, we going at it. And then that's when Dan, right then and there, he told me, he said, right then and there, that's when I knew you was a world-class pad man. So I said, oh, shit. So that's when I started kind of like taking it serious.
What makes somebody a world-class pad man? Like, what are the attributes you need to have that shit?
So really, anybody can hold pads. Anybody can hold pads if you're calling out shots. Meaning, if I got you in front of me, you're a world-class fighter, and I'm telling you, throw the 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Anybody can do that. But what makes you a world-class pad man is if I can let you throw punches and I catch, I know when to make you slip. I know when to, you know, press you. I know when to retreat from you. It's just like fighting. You know we don't call out numbers. We don't call out nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I have to try to force you to do what I want you to do, and what you have to do is fight against that and make me do what you want me to make you do. I mean, what you want me to do for you. You know what I mean? So it's like it's like give and take.
Yeah. It's a dance.
Mm-hmm.
So you find your way to doing it like that. How do you find yourself back in Florida with?
I never really left Florida because I always just was traveling. You know what I mean? I always was grounded and rooted here in Florida. But traveling so much, I was able to learn a lot of different things. I was able to meet a lot of different people, and the knowledge just started growing and growing and growing. So it was just a blessing, man, being able to travel and meet all these great people. And some things I took, some things I left.
You ever met Floyd Mayweather Jr.?
Come on, man. That's my guy.
You helped pass him before?
Twice.
How does that go?
I mean, Floyd's style is just, I love him, and I don't want people to take this the wrong way, but it's just like I don't like the style of pass that they do because it's more so of just a routine. You know what I mean? The fighter can't really think for himself because it's a routine. He know everything going. That's why when you see him on the 24/7 and all that shit, when he's hitting the pass with his eyes closed, and anybody can do that when you know what's, you know what I mean? But
you know what's coming.
Yeah. That shit, I can't learn nothing from that. That don't help me with nothing.
So who helped you the most?
When it comes to that, really, I would say it's a guy named Errol Woods from here. He used to spar Winky. He used to be Winky Wright's sparring partner.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe he helped me more than anybody else when it comes to like him punching the pass, because of he really showed me that it don't matter how big a guy is and how strong he is, you still can control his power. And he explained it to me, but I didn't understand it until he started punching. Because let's just say, okay, you got a Deontay Wilder, and I can be holding the pass from everybody like, oh shit, man, he shouldn't be hitting that man shoulders like that. It's not about. It's a technique of how you hold pass for people that can punch hard, because you can't meet with resistance.
No.
You have to let it ride out. You let them hit it and ride out. Yeah, they'll tear your arms up. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, he coming at me too. I mean, he was coming at me hot. And he was like, don't back up, don't run, don't do this, don't do that. And he was just showing me. So, you know, from the course of time, holding pass for him and being around him, I learned so much. It took fear out of holding pass for people who could punch hard and bigger.
Who the biggest person you ever held pass for?
For size?
Yeah.
He's not a fighter, but he played for the Redskins. He was a lineman.
Yep.
That was the biggest person I ever heard.
How tall was he?
Like 6'7".
300 plus.
Yeah, he was big as shit, but he couldn't crack an egg with a hammer. Because he didn't know how to distribute his weight into his punches.
So, how you find yourself with Mr. One Time himself, Keith Thurman? How you find yourself with Keith?
I've been around Keith all my life, man. So it's like it was only a given that I'll be put in this position to work with him, because I know Keith in and out. I know his weaknesses. I know his strengths. You know, I came up under the same teachings he came up under. So, I mean, it was just the perfect time, perfect fitting, you know. So it just all worked out.
You you were there with Manny Pacquiao?
What happened?
You were there with Keith and Pacquiao?
Yes.
How did you see that fight?
I saw that fight as being, it was close. It could have been a draw. I I felt like Keith could have did a lot of things differently.
Like what?
Well, defensively, he could have been more aggressive with his defense. What I mean by that is, I'm gonna have to break that down. You got a Floyd Mayweather who's not aggressive in his defense. He just picks shots, and then he'll pot shot you after that. You know what I mean? Now, Winky was an aggressive defensive fighter because he'll sit, walk you down, and give it back to you, even though he wasn't a big puncher. You know what I mean? So with Keith and his defense, when he was backing up and he backed up in the straight line, that's how Pacquiao caught him. It wasn't a punch that hurt him; it just knocked him off balance and knocked him down. When he got up, yeah, he brought the fight more to Pacquiao, but still, Pacquiao still got broke a little bit of his defense and was able to get some good shots in. Keith more so was offensive because he got the knockdown. He got knocked down, so he felt like, okay, I got to get that round back and I got to keep pressing on, which is cool. However, there's no great offense without a great defense.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa, you know what I mean? So I just feel like, he could have boxed a little more. I felt like he could have not tried to trade too much with Pacquiao, even though, like I said, he got the better of the trading, but Pacquiao got some good moments in too. They both was hurt after that fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was a hard fight for both of them. You know what I mean? Pacquiao went to the hospital by the grace of God. Keith didn't.
Yeah. I mean, Pacquiao was 40 years old at that time.
So think about it if it was a young Pacquiao.
What if that was a 36-year-old Pacquiao?
Oh my God. That would have been hell for Keith.
Do you think the outcome is different?
Yeah. I believe the outcome would have been different because of Pacquiao would have been a little more busier.
Mm-hmm. Which would make me feel like he could have probably hurt Keith multiple times if he was a younger guy.
Yeah, I can attest to that. Yeah, I can agree to that because Pacquiao throws so many shots from awkward angles. A lot of that stuff you cannot read. You know what I mean? It's a lot of shots that.
Why can't you read it? Because it's so sporadic.
Because it's like it's no rhythm. When I say no rhythm, it's like, okay, you got somebody like how can I put it? Let's just say Sean Porter, right? He threw a lot of punches, but he throw with timing. He throw with a time like you could time him. Pacquiao you can't time because he'll throw 1, 2, and then it's just like bop, 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 and then he'll pop, pop. He change up the tone, the speed of his punches.
The speed of his punches.
Yeah, he changed that shit up because he could throw a 5-piece combination and start off with 2 slow ones and then 3 fast ones. You know what I mean? Or 3 slow ones and 2 fast. It's weird. And he throwing from different angles, like weird ass angles.
Is that what made that fight look difficult for Keith? Is that Manny is sporadic and you can't judge it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's gotta be.
Yeah, absolutely. When Floyd fought Pacquiao, that's why I say this is where defense come in. You gotta have good defense, and with
he made it
Floyd,
boring.
He made it boring. However, when he fought Pacquiao, his timing was so precise with Pacquiao. Pacquiao had some good moments, but it was more so of a waiting game for Floyd. He wanted him to react. He wanted him to come so he could react off of his reaction. And it's boring, but it was smart. But
it's smart. When I say somebody makes it boring, I don't look at that as a bad thing.
Right.
I mean, I look at it as somebody trying to find a way to make it work for sure. You know.
Absolutely.
So I guess what I gotta ask, because of what we said, the camp for Pacquiao. What was that a key, or was that a bullet point that this motherfucker's sporadic? I mean, like, is there like some type of instruction to prepare for that shit there that he ended up having to see?
Well, being that I at the time I wasn't Dan Birmingham was pretty much head over all of that stuff, so the instruction all came from him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And
So
what did he have everybody in there training for? What kind of Pacquiao did he assume he was gonna see? Because I'm gonna be real with you. The Pacquiao that Keith ran into that day, it looked like it surprised me.
well, I wouldn't say it surprised him. I could just say preparation could have been more. It could have been differently. You know, it could have been a little more different. That's all I could say. You know what I mean? Because he knew what he was going up against. You can't find no fighter that can mimic Pacquiao. You can't. You just can't. You can find guys that can throw a lot of punches. You can find a lot of guys that southpaw that can throw with a lot of power. But are they gonna be that awkward and off timing like Pacquiao? You're not gonna find that. So it's kind of hard to duplicate that. You can just prepare yourself for the best of your ability, what you can do against his style. You know what I mean? But
who did he spar with to prepare for the Pacquiao fight? You remember?
Look at my face.
You?
No.
Oh. Who?
Man.
Willis Monroe Jr.
No.
Who?
I don't even know the guys, to be honest.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Okay.
It was just that camp was just, you know, Keith had an injury that fight and everything, man. So he had to take it a light, really light on his body just so he could preserve it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because nobody knew he had an injury. He had to take the fight.
What exactly was wrong?
So his elbow, something was going on with his elbow. He had a bone spur in his elbow, and then his hand was fucked up. He fucked up his hand real bad. So it's like
That's the same fucked up shit from Danny Garcia fight?
It could have been. It could have been. I don't think he ever got that healed, or I don't know. But he was fucked up that camp. He really was. So he really couldn't do everything. Not to give him an excuse. You know, I'm not gonna give him no fucking excuse because he could have backed out and let himself heal, but he wanted to take the fight.
God.
So he was probably at like 60% that fight. Good morning.
Is that why you think that he was sparring like nobody?
I wouldn't say nobody's because he had some top contenders. It's just I didn't know. I didn't know these guys. You know what I mean? I don't know where he found them from, but they I don't even remember their names.
But you done been from here to Floyd's gym and back, and you ain't know him?
I didn't know them. They had skill though, but they didn't spar that much because of Keith had to preserve his body for the fight.
Hey, what kind of balance do you think that requires?
What you say?
What kind of balance do you think that requires if you hurt? Should he just not fight? But
you don't fight.
I mean,
man.
that's an option.
I don't give a fuck how bad you listen. When you're on that level, you want to be at 100%. You want to be at 100%. You know what I mean? Now, you got football players. They can break their finger in the game and they go get shot up or some shit and they back in the game. This is not football. This is not football because if you break your finger or your hand during camp, that shit is over with, man.
So Keith took a break for another, I guess, like 2 years after that.
Yeah.
So what were you at, like in that time?
Working.
Okay.
Working. I don't know what was going on down here. I knew I was working while he was doing his thing. You know, I mean, we were talking, but
any notable people you working with at that time, or you just getting any work you can get?
I was out there with Tank for Leo Santa Cruz. I was out. It was Leo Santa Cruz out there training. Truck Simpson was out. We all was in the same camp.
Okay.
Rolly was out there too, obviously. You know what I mean. But I was out there for that camp. And I got like 13 other guys that I was working with. They not contenders, but I got paid great from their sponsors and managers to go out there and work with them in different places. So I was just working.
That's always a win. So then we fast forward a little more, and then he fights what they labeled as a title eliminator against Mario Barrios.
I'm gonna just say
Were you
this.
there?
I was there. I'm just gonna say this about that. I take nothing from Mario Barrios. Love the brother, great guy, great guy. But how does it become a title eliminator
When you just got
when you
slipped by
just
35 pounds.
you just got beat, and then you move up a weight class? How does that put you in the contention of being
For a title shot.
I don't. It's just I'm not. I'm. A lot of shit is confusing for me with this boxing shit now. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, I'll take it because I'm on the side where we getting title shot. So I mean, I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
It's just the
But
point
you
of,
but it make you think like what's the method to the madness? How are they figuring this shit?
yeah.
You know, you give a guy that just got knocked out by a 35-pounder opportunity for a title eliminator. That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But like I say,
Okay.
I ain't complaining. I mean,
how did that camp go? Were you a part of that camp?
yeah, that camp was great, man. That camp was amazing. Probably the best camp that he ever had, to be honest. That was the best camp. It was smooth.
How did you personally impact that camp?
Really, it was more so of the pads and just being a motivator for him. Just being up with him, you know what I mean? Like I say, the physical part, more so, it was me and Dan. I can't take Dan out, but it was me and Dan with the pads and the instructions and stuff like that. But it was a great camp. Everything was smooth. It was a great camp.
So, was he healthy?
Yeah.
He was healthy.
Yeah, he was healthy. And everybody was talking about knockouts. I'm like, bro, you don't need to knock this dude out for what? Just see if you could go 12 rounds comfortable. Yeah, just go to 12 rounds comfortable. You know what I mean? Work your body, work yourself, show that you can go 12. You ain't gotta knock him out. I mean, if the knockout come, get him out of there, but don't go for knocking him out, because when you try to knock somebody out and you feel like he's not on your level or whatever, people feel like he ain't on your level, and you don't knock him out, now it's a mental thing. You just go in there and work. Give him a boxing clinic, and that's what he did, and get the check and get on up out of there.
So Keith got caught to the body during that fight.
Yes, he did.
And he responded in a weird way.
It wasn't a real. That wasn't a weird way. That was in the bitch. I'm in pain.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna sugarcoat it. Shit, he was in pain, man. That man got hurt.
He looked like he was in pain. I was trying to soften it up.
Don't sugarcoat nothing with me, Mo. You know how it is. We gonna keep it 100 with each other. He was hurt.
Hey, look, bro. Mario Barrios made me think that he was fucking a world beater to the body, bro.
Man, listen.
He hurt Keith bad to the body.
He did.
How in the hell is that happening?
Man, he's a world-class fighter. Anybody can be hurt. He can punch.
Okay. Yeah, he can.
He can punch, man. It's just that, they say styles make fights. Was he able to...
What goes through your mind when you see him hurt to the body like that? Will you be thinking like, man, he should have skipped that set of sit-ups? Like, what goes through your mind at that point?
It's not even that, bro. It's more so of you got to try to be able to lie to everybody get hurt, but you got to know how to lie. You got to have that poker face. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. I mean, that shit hurt, man. Getting hit to the body. I'd rather you knock me completely out than hit me to the body. Like, for real. I'd rather you knock me completely out. I'd rather get knocked out. And so when I wake up, I'm like, damn, that was a good shot. I didn't see it coming. Versus you hit me to the body, I'm hurt, and I'm just trying to protect the body, and now you just beating the shit out of me because of I'm in pain. I can't really do nothing. That stopped your mobility a lot when you I was surprised that he was able to move his legs like that. Getting hit to the body.
What's what's the best assets to Keith's ability that you see?
His
What's
movement, his ring generalship, his movement, man, and him able to throw punches like off the back foot, off front foot, angles. He's so elusive. You know what I mean? His legs, everybody talk about his power, which is okay, cool. But if you're not in the ring with him,
I don't know.
his legs, man.
I used to talk about his power, but I know he ain't got a knockout in about 10 years.
Yeah,
And
but I'm just saying, like, people fail to realize this man's feet is like Ocho Cinco's. They got a mind of their own.
he got great feet.
Great feet.
Great feet. His ability to throw on the move.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that about him. What I've always thought was that Keith, I ain't gonna say always, but at least going back to that Josecito Lopez fight, I started questioning his body.
Yeah.
And that was some time ago. It wasn't that long ago, but it was at least at least 4 years ago, maybe, or 3 years ago, something like that. But I started questioning his body. Then when I saw Barrios catch him to the body, man, it made me like, damn it's the same shit.
Yeah.
You know, but he did win the fight decisively. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like no sketchy win, nothing like that.
Yeah.
He won, and it wasn't no knockout. You know, there's something. I know what you said just a second ago. You were saying, you know, we should just get the win. Just, 12 rounds, get the win, because people was talking about knockout. Was the pressure that Tank Davis knocked this dude out more pressure on y'all to get a knockout?
Hell no. Fuck no. We don't care about none of that shit. We work on what we work on. I don't give a fuck who knocked this guy out before Keith. What we gonna do is we gonna do what we do. That's the problem with life in general, because somebody did something before you and you feel like you got to copy in their footsteps. Nah, man, do what you do. I don't give a fuck about a knockout. I care about a dub, man. I care about a win. I don't give a fuck how you get it. Win.
What could he have done better in the Mario Barrios fight?
Nothing.
He did it all just right?
He did it all just right. I feel like, okay, yeah, with that body shot, I mean, if he could have read it or whatever, he could have, used his defense a little more on that. But, I mean, hey, that's boxing. You're going to get hit. You're going to get touched. But it was nothing else. I feel that he could have did better. He gave that boy a clinic.
I didn't never thought for a second that Mario Barrios could outbox Keith Thurman. That just ain't going to cut it. You know what I'm saying? Keith is an elite fighter, an elite boxer. So after that fight, randomly, early Christmas gift shows up to y'all doorstep, and he #1 in the WBC.
Yeah.
What you think about that?
I mean, this is just what I think. I feel like because he never lost the WBC, they still had him in, contention to fight for it. But being #1, I don't know. So what about all the other fighters that's been fighting and been climbing up the ranks? But I mean, that's just me. That's just me. You know what I mean? But
I mean, he got there. He didn't have to fight Boots. He didn't have to fight Virgil. He didn't have to fight anybody to be #1. Because coming with that #1 spot brings that boxing circumstance full circle.
right.
Here he was the man some time ago, and one Errol Spence was chasing him, and he didn't get the fight. I ain't gonna get too far off in that with you, but he didn't get the fight. And then now we fast forward, and now Keith is trying to get the fight.
Yeah. One thing about it, I'm gonna say this: I love Keith to death. That's my brother. I'm gonna stick behind him 100. However, when it's some shit that I disagree with, I'm gonna voice my opinions. I don't give a fuck who like it or not, even him. I don't care. I don't kiss his ass. You know what I mean? So I feel like, when it in boxing, it's not Keith. Like, there's a lot of people that disagree with it, and it's not Keith. It's not Keith that's responsible for being in that position. It's people that put him in that position. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. I'm trying to figure shit out myself. I don't ask no questions. It's just that I just try to figure shit out, and I play my position. I stay out of the way of all that. That's above my pay grade. But like I say, I take it. I'm in a position to possibly, help get a, you know what I mean? So I ain't complaining about it. I ain't stressing nothing. I mean, I'm on the good side of that, but it's probably some fighters out there that's complaining like, God damn, like, I've been climbing this ladder. How the hell he get? But it goes back to he gave up the belt. You know what I mean? He never lost. He never lost it. So I feel that's
So,
what that stands at in that sanctioning body.
uh-huh. So let's say you got Keith at #1 WBC.
Mm-hmm.
They just had WBC convention.
Right?
They mandate Errol Spence and Keith Thurman.
Mm-hmm.
How does Keith or you or whomever else around that side receive that?
Shit. I mean, I me personally, I receive it like, hey, let's get to work. Let's get to work. I don't give a fuck who he got to fight. It could be Boots. It could be Spence. It could be Crawford. My job is to do what I do. Help him get in shape.
Yeah.
Help him have his mind at peace. Help him have his mind at ease. That's it. Anything outside of that, that's beyond me. I don't give a fuck who. I don't choose the fights. I don't give a fuck who he fight. I just tell him he can tell me he want to fight Canelo. I will advise him. Listen, I don't think that's a good fight, but I'm gonna be in your corner to help you. You know what I mean? I don't duck shit.
How honest are you with
Very,
Keith when it
very
comes to
fucking honest. Very fucking. Listen, if there's anybody on here watching right now that I know, they would tell you. If there's anybody from the team that's in here that's watching, they'll tell you. I don't kiss his ass. I don't kiss
you
his
don't kiss
ass.
Keith, man?
Now, hell for what? Kiss
I'm
no
just
man.
making
I don't
sure.
kiss
I don't know.
nobody's ass. The only ass I'm kissing is my woman. That's it.
Well, I mean, I respect that. I respect that, but you know where I'm coming from.
I understand where you. Yeah, I know where you're going at.
When sometimes a guy who runs a whole fucking camp or is the goose that shits golden eggs,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody around them typically don't go against what they say,
Man,
no matter
I
what.
hate that shit. Like I hate.
But
I hate
you
that
hate
shit.
that. But
I
how
hate that
often
shit.
does that happen
Man,
in
it's
boxing?
every fucking day in the gym. Everybody
All right.
like I don't like that shit. But you know what, Keith's the type of person like this. I gotta say this. Keith is a real motherfucker. Cause he know who yes man to him, and he know the real motherfuckers around him. You know what I mean? He'll listen to that shit and be like, yeah, cool, but when it's really some real shit, he's not gonna ask a yes man some important advice. He's not gonna ask a yes man, something serious. Like he'll bullshit with the yes man. All the important shit, a yes man is not around.
Yeah. You know what? I thought I may have rubbed Keith the wrong way for my first interaction.
Why is that?
Because I didn't just go with what the fuck he was saying. I kind of questioned.
You're not supposed to.
And I tried to gauge off of his response how people typically act around him.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he was gonna be mad, if he was gonna be like, "Hey man, what the hell? Why you disagreeing with me?"
Nah.
That type of vibe. But he took it what it looked like to me, like a challenge. Like, let me give you the real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He got to doing his third person thing on me, and I was like, oh shit, he for real. You know what I'm saying? So for you to be around somebody that clearly need to be told direct shit to without no cut, no watering it down, and none of that shit, is that something that's become like a something that is in the front of your mind? Do you always keep in mind, man, I need to keep it solid with him, or do you sometimes go, okay, I get it?
Listen, man, I see it like this. If I care about you, I truly love you as a friend, as a brother, as a sister, as anything. If I care about you, Mo, I care about you. I love you like a brother, my guy. I ain't known you that long, but I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm not going to fucking lie to you, bro. Because I expect for you, if I'm doing something wrong, if I said something wrong, if you see me do something wrong at camp or anything, you reach out to me like, that was fucked up, right? And I'm gonna accept that because I know it's coming from love. If a motherfucker can't accept that, bro, why the fuck am I around him? Keith accept everything that comes his way. He's a real motherfucker. It's some shit that I disagree with, and we went back and forth a lot. Like, we go back and forth a lot on a lot of shit. But it's all out of love, you know what I mean? We just went back and forth and fucking in the fitness center in front of everybody, you know what I mean? But it's all in fucking love, though.
Was y'all loud?
I mean, it was getting that way, and then I'm like, look, man, there's people like, we need to calm this shit down. He was like, yeah.
What was y'all arguing about?
Just some really disagreements that's going on, you know what I mean, about like people in the gym. Certain people in the gym that
You got homeless people sleeping in the gym? What?
You had people doing that. If they ain't had nowhere to go, we had them in there. But
so you and Keith, y'all having a disagreement?
Yeah, it was a disagreement about how I handled a situation. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I just feel like, I'm non-confrontational, and he like, man, you need to. I'm like, bro, that ain't my fucking job, dog. Like, that's your job. Everybody work for you. You got to say so to, you know what I mean, make shit happen. You know what I mean? So it was just more so of, I'm a very respectful individual. You know what I mean? And
how long ago did that happen?
When was that? Thursday, Friday?
Well, today's Saturday.
No. It was like Wednesday. No, Thursday. It was Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
It was Thursday because we met at the gym, Crunch Fitness, yesterday. So yeah, happy Thursday.
Okay.
But I mean, it's all good. It's all like everybody. It's all love. Like,
I'm gonna take it to face value to say that y'all brothers.
Yeah,
so that shit happens.
Yeah, that shit happens. Like, come on, man. If you ain't got into an argument with Keith, you're not close with him.
I didn't even know Keith that I got into an argument with him. So yeah.
For real. If you've been around Keith and you never had that motherfucker yell at you, then you ain't really he don't fuck with you like that. If he just smile at you all the time and hey, how you doing? This and that, you're a fan of him. You're just a supporter. When he really like snap. Yeah, he really, you can get the world from him.
I think y'all was out, and I think I talked to Keith on the phone at one time, and he said that he was trying to not let people down and trying to he was trying to get out for I forgot what word he used, but in so many words he was saying that he had been kind of content and he wanted to like work harder. Is that something that you see that been going on with him? I can't hear you, fam. This thing, he's just looking around. Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah, let me call this dude off my other phone.
I wasn't trying to I guess take it there, but
Yo.
But I didn't hear your response because you muted.
Hold on. Hey, Steve.
You got Steve Young?
Nah.
Oh. No, you know he's gonna. You tell me you hold the pass for Steve Young and shit. Since you stopped walking,
Hold
the
on.
camera got an opportunity to see.
Huh?
Since you stopped walking, the camera got a chance to see how ugly you
are.
Nah, but my boy Joe's like he hitting licks.
I am. Why is he? What the fuck is he doing?
She gone, bro. That's what that normally means.
He just called me and I ain't calling back. But
nah, but I ain't hear your response.
I forget what it was.
Me too. So here we go.
Oh, he just texted me say Keith won't be in the gym until noon Monday. Okay, cool.
Okay, so the WBC mandates Keith versus Errol.
Yeah.
What's on your mind and Keith mind? Where y'all at collectively when they say shit like that?
Let's get to work. Let's work. That's it. Let's prepare. Let's get ready.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
There's no weirdness about that situation.
None. What? No. Listen, we're gonna take anything that come our way. I don't give a damn how it comes. I'm taking it. You know, I'm in the point in my life right now and in my career where, okay, if title shots coming, I'm taking them. I don't care who it is. We going after them.
All right. So yeah, I don't know if it's official or if Errol gonna even take the fight. How do you feel about Errol Spence as a fighter?
I love Errol Spence as a fighter. I think he is. I think he's one of the last. He's a dying breed of a body killer. You know what I mean? You don't
What
have
you mean? Break it down.
You don't have too many fighters that look to really go to the body and really dig to the body. There's not a lot of fighters that's doing that. That's really like a lost art. Come on, think about it. You got Boots. He do it.
Yeah.
But Spence is more effective. He's a more effective body puncher. You know what I mean? And that's smarter than going after a little head. You know what I mean? The head move on a swivel. The body can't move like that. So why not go after that? You know what I mean? And it's just, I feel that
So Errol Spence is a great body puncher, and every fighter I saw the last 3-4 fights, Keith got hurt to the body.
Yeah, that's facts.
You the coach, you the trainer. What do you think with that? Like how is this a great idea? Let's get to work. Man, come on, man. Well, you gotta have something more than it. Like, okay, shit.
Listen,
you have to wear a bulletproof vest or something.
It's boxing, man. It's boxing. I mean, you sign up for this lifestyle. Only thing we can do is prepare for minimum damage to the body. That's it. How do we do that? I won't put that out there, but
well, this mute shit. More real than me. You silly. Okay, there you go. Joe talking that shit.
Nah, that's good fucking questions. You know what I mean?
I mean, because I wanted to know what you see in Errol Spence prior to, you know, whatever the hell may or may not happen. Because I mean, I got my own suspicions of how that might go or unfold, but you know, I mean, I think everybody look at him as a body puncher that's adequate,
right?
And I think everybody look at Keith Thurman as a great fighter, quick, fast, strong, angles, but the major weakness that people might point out is what about Keith Thurman?
The body.
That looked like a nightmare.
Nah. We can say a lot on the outside looking in, and we can say a lot because we ain't the ones that's fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's all about adjustments, man. How you adjust to the fight. If Keith can keep him on the outside and box him and don't let him in because he started getting a little with that Barrios fight, he got a little too comfortable. And Barrios worked his way in. You know what I mean? He can't get comfortable with Spence, and he know that.
For 12 rounds.
Huh?
For 12 rounds, he can't be comfortable at all.
He can't get comfortable at all. He know that.
That's a lot of work on a guy that's, what is Keith, 34?
He's a world-class fighter, former world champion.
I'm with you.
It's no excuses. It's no excuses. We can't make excuses for nobody. We can't make excuses for Keith. We can't make excuses for Earl. We can't make excuses for nobody fighting on that level. They have to adjust. They have to adjust. Both fighters going to have to adjust. And the fighter that wins the fight is the fighter that adjusts you know, who
Make the
adjust,
best adjustments.
right, and who execute their plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I treat it. So we know Errol Spence is coming to the body. So what I would say is, since you know he's going to the body, you adjust and keep your distance, use angles. You know what I mean? Take shots when you know you're supposed to take shots. Don't take unnecessary shots and leave yourself open. And just do what you got to do to win the fight.
I'm gonna be real. The only way Keith Thurman can maybe beat Errol Spence is on the run, on the move, pot shot, move, go, move, hit him, move, this, move. It will never come from him standing in front of him.
Nah, Keith is not that type of fighter. He tried that with Pacquiao, though. He did stand in front of Pacquiao, but Pacquiao is a smaller guy.
Oh, he's a way smaller guy than Errol Spence.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
The irony is that Pacquiao also caught him to the body, but not that. But he's a southpaw.
And he did well against that southpaw. He just got that little flash knockdown and got up. But then again, Pacquiao's a smaller guy.
Yeah, this is like a souped up version of that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not big on trying to predict fights and nothing like that. But I know if Errol and Keith were to fight one another, the only thing that I think I'm looking at is when does he hurt Keith to the body? That's what a lot of people are looking at. When does Keith get hurt to the body by Errol? Do you think that fight should happen?
Yeah, I think that fight should. Why not? It's good for boxing.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I mean,
I don't give a fuck if we win, we lose. I don't care about the winner. I care about him giving his best effort. That's what I care about. Go in there and give your effort. Show the world that you are who you are, even if you do lose. You ain't ducking no fight. Go straight to him. Fight. That's what boxing is about. One man versus another man, showing what they can do. You know what I mean? I feel like I can beat you, so okay, let's get in here and do it. I don't care about the fucking. I mean, yeah, we all want to win, but somebody got to lose.
All right. So I'm making the assumption that Keith Thurman.
Hold on, I can't hear this truck. Hold on. What you say?
Make the assumption that Keith Thurman with or without Errol Spence is gonna be fighting for a WBC title his next fight.
That's what it's. I mean, he's fighting for it, but who? We don't know factually who.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell Errol Spence is doing or gonna do.
And you know what?
I have no idea.
Errol Spence got a lot of tough fights, a lot of mandatories that he got Keith as a mandatory. He got your boy Boots for the IBF as a mandatory. Who's the other guy?
Stay honest.
But I think he'll stop him.
WBA.
Yeah, I think
Think so?
Yeah.
Why, you ever watched that?
I just can't say that because I really don't know too much about the guy. But I know he ain't fought nobody like no Spence.
I mean, you ever watched Daniel?
Yeah, I went back and watched some of his stuff because this is my first time really hearing about him.
Yeah. What you saw?
To be honest, man, when I saw it, I had to watch a couple of different fights to really try to gather his not just his style, just his way of thinking and how he set up punches. And, I mean, I really don't. I don't know, man. I really can't give him a session on the guy because.
All right, so where do you go after the let's say this happens. Let's say this next fight happens. What do you do? What are you doing?
What do you mean?
So you got a fight coming up. I don't know who the hell is gonna be against Errol or somebody for a vacant title. I don't know, but let's say that fight happens. What's your plan? What's your plans?
As far as with me and Camp?
Just period in boxing.
Man, to be honest, bro, I already spoke with you on this. boxing is really not fun for me anymore, bro. It's not. It's really not, because
Why, bro?
you get guys. Okay, I can go anywhere outside of home and get the respect. But when you home, it's just like you have a child, right?
Yep.
You have a child and you tell this child something, and they, oh, fuck that, my daddy ain't. But somebody else from the outside can tell them the same thing and they listen. And that's the type of shit, that I deal with. You know what I mean? But y'all want me to bring all these top-notch fighters in here. You want me to call this person and call that person. But you don't want to put the work in. You don't want to, give the respect that's deserved. You don't want to put. It's just so much. You know what I mean? So in order for me to stay in boxing, I have to go somewhere else. I have offers other places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got people offering you stuff?
Huh?
You got offers on the table?
Plenty of them.
Yeah.
Plenty of them. They know it. Like they know what time it is, man. Like they say, you never miss something until it's gone. Something good. You never know you got something good until it's gone.
Tell Mike Tyson I say what's up.
You gonna put that out there? You really gonna put that out there, huh? Really,
no, I was hoping. I ain't put nothing out there. I just know he a real popular fighter. I just know he's a real popular fighter, and I want to smoke a joint with Mike. That's all.
Hey, Mike, man, listen, I'm gonna tell you something about Mike, man. Man, Mike is that brother, man. He out of this world. He's not even beautiful spirit, beautiful mind, great brother, great heart. He's willing to help anybody, man. Like I told you with your podcast, with your platform, that brother would let you tune in and give you free range to do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? He will help you do that. And Mike is to a point in his life where it's not about clout and fame and all that shit. He done had all of that. It's about him helping, like, to uplift other people who's trying to make it to where he's at. You know what I mean? And I love that about that brother. And salute to him. And, Mike, I will be giving you a call probably tomorrow, so we can top it up about this. About
what, bro? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you done put it out there now. So
all I said is that Mike. All I said is Mike, and tell him I said what's up.
Listen, since you just spilled the beans. All right, everybody that's watching, I got an offer to go up to the Catskills and revive Custody Amato's stable up there, and Mike Tyson is pretty much I'm handpicked. Yeah, I ain't know all that. I just know you be around Mike and maybe Mike can holler. God, this guy here. Listen, man. I wish Mike ain't up right now. Mike in Florida, though. He moved to Florida. He lives out here now. You see how you knew that Mike ain't up right now? I ain't know that. This guy here. I was just hoping that maybe you could let Mike know that I'm interested in hot boxing too. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was. That's what I was talking about. If I can add Mike into this, hold on. But you say he's asleep. He might not be. I don't know. Might not be. I just sent him I just sent it to him. I mean, all I want to do is do a little hot boxing with the champ. What you think of Mike Tyson? I love him. As a fighter first. As a fighter. When I think of Mike Tyson as a fighter, man, he's ferocious. He's a real fucking just. He's a warrior, man. He's a warrior. His mind is trained to just go. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, Dion, man, he sure is. He sure is, Dion. That boy, boy. Dion say, Mo, you a good fisherman. Come on, man. You don't think that. Listen, he's a great fisherman.
Nah, man, you no
Nah,
fishing.
but Mike, man, Mike studied the game, man. He's a student of the art of fighting, man, and
Man, from what I see, Mike is a student of war.
yeah, he is. He's a student of
Yep.
war. He really is, man, and I learned a lot from him just for the little time that I've known him, man. He tell me, certain things about how I handle my position because, I'm in a tough position. This is a tough position that I'm in. Because it's gonna be, let's just
Mm-hmm.
say Keith fight Spence, and let's just say he lose. That's
Uh-huh.
a lot on me. They can be like, oh well, who's this guy? And it's the people that don't know me. They can be like, well, Keith Thurman got this young guy, this and that. Listen, one thing about it, I take all the challenges. I take all
Yeah.
challenges. You know what I mean? Look at
I
that.
mean,
I'm
I
about to
mean,
go jump in there with him.
you got this uncanny ability to hold pads. You holding them for some breaks. You got Floyd Mayweather approval of his okay, saying Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Senior
Yep.
saying that you can do the pads. I'm assuming that Keith like what you do too, right? I mean, you never really spoke on with Keith. How did Keith put you in there? How did that go?
So like I said, I've been in there. And me and him always just mess around on the pad. And it's just more so of I come from that same line, that same lineage of coaches that he learned from. So it was just all the same. It was just you know what I mean? Everything was so familiar. So it's just everything worked out perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Man, I hope everything unfolds the right way for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You one of them dudes I really rock with. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of integrity in what you be talking about. I know you be repping where you from out there in St. Pete. You know what I'm saying? Real tough life. You know what I'm saying?
My boy Brian, my boy Brian Meadows on here right now. He listen from way back. He know everything that I went through. He know my whole struggles, my success. He was there along the way through everything. You know what I mean? So that brother, he's a close brother to me, and he know my journey. You know what I mean? He know the journey. He know the journey. You know what I mean? And that brother, I love him to death. You know what I mean? And
What?
he gave me advice on a lot of shit. And the advice that he gave me on certain things that helped. See, I take advice from any and everybody as long as it's sound advice.
Yeah.